And so once again, folks, I'm Coach B. Tonight with the Team Believers broadcast, we're going to be introducing the full-blown launch that we've been letting people beta test for over a year now. You guys have heard from company president and owner Kenyatta Ken Jones from more than one occasion, but tonight he's here to share some very exciting news with you about what has transpired over the last couple of weeks and what we'll be doing moving forward at a high level. And so for those of you that have been part of GIVBUX for a while, beta testing, you know that it's about giving and receiving. It's literally introducing the coolest social gifting experience, and it's right there in the palm of your hand. And so if you want to get some detailed information, you can go to GIVBUX.com. That's GIVBUX.com. That will enable you to get the full overview of what we're doing. One of the major components is that this app is dedicated to philanthropy. And so right now we have major retailers that are a part of the app, and we will continue to add not only major retailers and brands, but also your local community vendors that would like to become part of the app. So we're very excited about the future of what we're introducing now into a society that's moving closer and closer to being cashless. And so we're indirectly showing people how to become benevolent and pick a charity of their choice as we continue to grow out the infrastructure for years to come. And so, as I stated, it's 3 minutes after the hour, so we're going to go ahead and bring on our speaker of the evening, the company owner himself, creator of the GIVBUX. His name is Mr. Kenyatta Ken Jones, based out of United States here in California. So he'll be able to give you some up-to-date features and knowledge and flow of what is taking place with the GIVBUX movement. And so continue to reach out to your teams, because we want everybody that has downloaded the app to be able to get this information. And so with that being said, Mr. Jones, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes, sir. Can hear you perfectly. Call is yours, sir.
Wow. Well, I want to say thank you for everybody for being on the call. And again, thank you, Coach B, for your belief in what we're doing, belief in our mission, and this movement. I mean, we really have something special here. I know you guys that have been watching know what this is all about, and promise not to let you down. The road will be long, but it'll be fun, and a lot of lives will be changed. So appreciate you guys for being on the call. And again, thank you, Coach, for everything that you've done and will continue to do. I'll let you guys know a couple of different things that have taken place in the last week. We've had a pretty good week, and it's not over. Well, the first thing I'd like to say is you guys will probably, in all transparency, see a new logo design. I'm not sure if it's been released yet or not. We actually submitted it. We had the old logo with the infinity symbol, but at the advice of counsel, just so that we don't confuse ourselves with anybody else out there in the marketplace that may be using something similar. We have taken that advice and made the decision to alter or amend our logo to be something that's unique and that distinguishes us apart, from any other app that's out there. So although many of you guys know that you download the app and you have one logo, there's going to be some updates. So don't be startled, don't be concerned. It's us, and we'll make some announcements and a push notification, as well as sending some emails out to that effect. But over the last couple of weeks, a couple good things have happened. Obviously, many of you know that we've been accepted in, we've been approved in the Google Play Store, which is a one monumental move for the company, because up until then, everyone had to download it from our website, and most of you know that some of the security settings from Samsung and other Android-related devices, they prompt you to beware of downloading apps from certain websites, just because that's just the default setting. So a little bit of a pain to see that. So we're finally happy to be accepted in the Google Play Store. And the other big news is, which we've been waiting for. This happened yesterday. We finally got our approval in the App Store. So another monumental step for the company. It probably, I mean, they guesstimate up to 48 hours to propagate, so you can actually see it in the search results. Could be as early as 24 hours, could be tonight, but we expect by the close of business tomorrow, we should be up in the App Store. Really, really, really excited about that. And now everybody can kind of get to work and invite their friends and family and participate in this land grab. And it's truly a land grab. Get your people before someone else gets to them. And that's all I can say. Get your people before someone else gets to them, because the word is the word will get out. And with regards to another thing that took place, I think I saw some some discussions and comments regarding the Emmys gifting suite that we participated in this last weekend. Truly, truly amazing opportunity, and we got some good exposure to some celebrities, some B-list celebrities, some up-and-coming celebrities. There's some good talent that was able to see what GIVBUX is all about, and we did that in collaboration, in conjunction with one of our participating merchants. We actually catered we participated and co-hosted the gifting suite with Red Robin, which is one of our merchants, and it was a big hit for people to really understand and see what GIVBUX is all about and how spending can take place at a function like that, and the opportunity for charities to benefit out of that. It's a truly, truly a mainstay situation. So we're really excited about that. There will be more relationships. You'll start to see in the Give section, you'll start to see charities and nonprofits and worthy organizations to get populated within the Give section. So stay tuned to that, as well as you'll start to see new merchants, major name brand merchants will come on board, and you'll start to see them in the mobile wallet as well. We have not officially made the announcement. Some people, I think some of the big names have leaked out, but we will make an official announcement on the website and through a push notification, so that you guys are all in the loop with regards to some of the new nationwide merchants that are on board. And earlier, Coach B alluded to the fact that we will be implementing or allowing the onboarding of local merchants, small merchants, the mall, paw shops, tire shops, dry cleaners, nail salons, dry cleaners, things like that, which is really, really, really exciting. That's a whole nother spectrum, a whole nother opportunity for our users and some of our direct sales affiliates that want to participate in that whole situation. They'll be able to do that soon. We anticipate it, and there's a name, we haven't disclosed the name yet, but there's a name that we pondered calling that system, and you guys will hear about that as soon as possible. We're doing our first test for all you guys that are on the call here, kind of getting a little bit of inside information. We're doing our first test scheduled for next Friday, but I think we will probably hit it on Wednesday. And I'm out here. I flew out to Central America, so I'm in Belize right now. Been going over a full training this week here for customer service. Developers are flown in town. Accounting's in town, and we're doing a full training, back office dashboard, and full training on our systems and our customer service support systems. Some of you guys have noticed we've onboarded and implemented the live chat feature within the app. All that testing is taking place. A lot of it took place today and tomorrow, and an all-day training course tomorrow. So we're getting things ramped up for everybody, so that you guys can feel proud and be confident and comfortable with this opportunity, and just feel confident you can go spread the word. And the last thing I would say is, I know a lot of people have been anxiously waiting and patiently waiting the news with regards to our public vehicle. I do expect to sign final documents this week, which will be another monumental step for the company. I mean, this is a big deal. We want to make sure we do it right. And, I'm a little bit handcuffed and limited on what I can say with regards to publicly traded vehicles, just because of the nature of that space. So I promise to let you guys all know and keep you in the loop on that situation. But things are looking very positive in that regard. So those are some of the major things that are going on within the company right now. We do plan to have several events, similar to the one we just had with the Emmy's Gifting Suite. There'll be a host of major events, charity functions, and local events to help you guys drive traffic and drive customers, to your organizations or to your organization. So, with that said, I don't know if there's any quick questions anybody may have. I know we've got a intimate group here, so I don't mind answering a couple questions. With that said, I'll turn it back to you, Coach.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Once again, we're excited about being a part of what Ken has brought to the market. And as he said, it's hitting on all cylinders right now. And so if anybody has any questions right now, please let's get your questions addressed while we can get a clear understanding of what everybody has their opportunity. Ken mentioned something earlier when he said, share the information because this is literally a land grab. And so when you think about this tool that you have, it's a free download. And so people can download the app, but the only way they can activate their membership is with an invitation code. And so those invitation codes literally are like a key to unlock unlimited rewards, for those people that can, follow a basic format of an ultimate goal of introducing the app to 10 or more people, and if you can get those people to do the same thing, then, just in 7 levels, that's 10 million people that you will be having the opportunity to earn rewards, cash back from their shopping. And so very exciting opportunity we have. And so we definitely want to get your questions answered. So if anybody has any questions, you can press *6 to unmute your mic and or any comments. Okay, I see Mar, your mic is unmuted. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Quick question. Actually, 2 questions. Number 1, as of now, can we load the app with money from the bank? What I mean, transfer money from the bank to the app?
Yes. Right now, you can use Zelle. No, go ahead, Ken. You have those things in place. You go ahead and answer that question.
Yes, that's correct. So we wanted to take advantage of give people the opportunity to purchase GIVBUX using their bank account. You'll notice those 5, when you click buy GIVBUX, there's 5 options. 2 of them are live, 3 of them are in process right now. The 2 that are live are using Zelle, which means anybody who's got a bank account with any of those major big banks, Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Citibank, Capital One, a lot of the big banks, you can basically just log into your account, say transfer money with Zelle, type in the company's email account, which is Zelle@GIVBUX.com. The instructions are in there. If you click on buy Zelle, it tells you step by step on what you need to do. And that money will be transferred to the company account, and your account will be credited. If you get it in, I think the cutoff time is noon or 1 o'clock. It'll get credited same day. It usually takes about an hour or 2 hours max. But the answer is yes, you can. And the second way you can buy GIVBUX are you can walk into any Wells Fargo or any Bank of America, make a cash deposit there, and then there's a feature in the app that allows you to take a picture of the receipt, write your invitation code on there and upload that, and then they'll credit your account that way as well. That's the second option. So those are the 2 ways to do it correct today.
Second question. Is GIVBUX going to be involved in the future with the cryptocurrency?
Absolutely. That is actually the 4th option. When you click buy GIVBUX, that's the 4th option, and then we have not lit that up. Yeah, there's 5 options on there. The first 2 we just discussed. The second, the third option is going to be ACH, which is going to allow anybody with any bank in America, they can upload money using their routing number and checking account number. And that's going to open the doors up to people that are not part of the Zelle network, small credit unions, small, Bank of Kansas, Bank of Arkansas, Bank of, small banks that don't participate, they will now be able to. So that's the third option. The fourth option will open the door up for people that just want to use Visa, MasterCard, American Express. They're willing to pay the convenience fee to upload and onboard it, then they can do so with that. And then the fifth option was, and I apologize, I think I said it was the fourth option.
Cryptocurrency.
But actually the fifth option is cryptocurrency.
As far as earnings, with the GIVBUX, is there's a way? Let's say, for example, someone may earn 1,000 points or $1,000, correct? This month, they want to use half of it in GIVBUX. The rest they want to move it to their bank. There's an option to do that, correct?
So here's how it works. Here's how GIVBUX works. GIVBUX today, GIVBUX can only be spent within the community, meaning within the any of our participating merchants. But you're gonna like what I have to say here. I already anticipate users wanting to, for lack of a better term, cash out of their rewards or cash out of their GIVBUX. Exchange their GIVBUX for cash. So
yes,
there will be two opportunities for that to take place, and I'll explain to you how this is going to happen because I've already got people trying to game the system, and there's opportunists out there that want to fill the void. And here's the two options. There's automatically going to be a marketplace that's born, and I don't know if you follow the capital markets or the stock markets or not, but they have something that's called the bid and the ask, and that basically means someone will offer you. Let's say you had 1,000 GIVBUX. Someone may offer you $900 or $930 for the $1,000 with GIVBUX. So they give you, that's a broker deal between you and them. They say, okay, I'll give you $930. You give me $1,000 with GIVBUX. You're taking a $70 hit, but they get your GIVBUX, which is valued at $1,000. You get their cash. That's one thing that I know for sure is already being set up and already being that's going to take place. Number one. Number two, if you want to do something with the company, I know we haven't launched this yet, but there's been discussions, let me just say this, of allowing people to be able to exit out and basically take cash for their GIVBUX. Now, there's two ways that will happen. Number one, if you want to take cash out of the system, you'll have to take a 10% hit. I call it a 10% hit, but it's really you're going to get 10% less the value, and there's a reason for that. The second option is, let's say you want to pay your light bill, your car note, your car insurance, your mortgage, your apartment. We classify those as non-participating merchants, but they are merchants that it's important to our users that they be able to use their GIVBUX to pay for these household type of situations. So in that scenario, the company will probably have, I think the number is going to be about 7%. So the same scenario, if you have $1,000 and you're willing to pay the 7%, then so be it. You'll get 7% less, and you can use that money to pay your utilities. And I understand people are going to want to do that, pay their car payment, pay their insurance, pay their car note, pay their this or that. So, but we just look at that as a non-participating merchant. And if you're going to pull money out of the system where others can earn rewards off of the shopping and the giving that's taking place, then there'll be a 7% hit. And that number is not etched in stone, but there's been a lot of discussions, and I believe that's the number that we've got a consensus on. Does that make sense?
Yes. So as GIVBUX in the future will consider people can use GIVBUX app to pay their utilities, because a lot of countries.
You got cut off. Can you say it again? I apologize. You're breaking.
Okay. As GIVBUX will take consideration in the future for people to pay their utility through GIVBUX app?
Absolutely. And that's another forward-looking benefit that we want to offer our GIVBUX users, because nobody's done that. I mean, not only will you be able to pay your utilities, but the person that invited you, we don't really call them sponsors, but for lack of a better term, if you speak that language, you can call it your sponsor. The person that invited you will also benefit when you've paid your rent, you paid your electricity bill, you paid your car payment. And that's never happened. When's the last time you got paid a reward when someone paid their car note or their insurance
Absolutely.
or their electric bill. So that's one of the things that's going to separate us from the pack. And there's a lot of thought gone into that, but just keep your eyes peeled. That's going to happen. You're going to hear about that.
And you forget one more, mortgage. That will be a home run if we can put the mortgage with the GIVBUX, I know it's going to take a lot of programming and a lot of connections and communication. It's a lot of work. But I got another question for you. As far as my business, me and my partner, he called me today, and he downloaded GIVBUX, and he's I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
And I have a lot of connections with people who own multi-million-dollar businesses. So to bring those people aboard, and with my my vision or my interesting is this: to have their logo or their business or their the button and the back office and GIVBUX. What I mean, if I want to purchase, we're in construction. If I want to go to this company to purchase from them, all I have to do is go to my GIVBUX, click in that company, and I do the purchase, pay GIVBUX to them, and I go pick up my merchandise. Is there something that's going to be, and you mentioned earlier that a lot of small businesses they will have opportunity to use GIVBUX as their processor. Is that something will be in the near future, or it's going to be like kind of coming?
So to answer your question, thank you, great question. And I should have emphasized a little bit more earlier. No, that is exactly what we're doing, and that's exactly what's happening. And we'll probably be doing the first test. I know we're scheduled for Friday, but as I mentioned earlier, I believe they're a little ahead of schedule, and we'll conduct our first test with the small merchant on Wednesday. So to answer your question, the opportunity is this: you have a person or a company that you're affiliated with, or you know of, you got some influence, and you want to bring them in the GIVBUX network. You want them to be a participating merchant so that any of our members can buy any of their goods or services. So that's called onboarding a new merchant. Just like Burger King is onboarded, just like AMC Theaters. Well, John's Tire Shop or Henrietta's Dry Cleaners is the same as Burger King, except Burger King just got more locations. And Henrietta and John may have 3 or 4 locations, but they're still merchants. So they're going to have the opportunity to accept GIVBUX from any of our users, and just like as if you went and bought a burger or a movie ticket, they'll exchange it. The customer will get their goods or their services rendered, and the next day, the merchant will receive capital cash in their account. They don't get paid. Merchants don't get paid in GIVBUX. Merchants get paid in in currency. They get paid in US dollar. That's how it works.
So are we going to
give you an example, Amar. Sorry to interrupt, but I've been paying for my Papa John's in GIVBUX for the past year.
Okay. Awesome. Are we going to be in multi countries or?
Yeah, we must pay Papa John's. They must get their capital at the end of the day. I mean, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, they're getting their capital. They're not getting GIVBUX because Papa John's Corporation, they need to buy flour and tomato sauce and this and that, and they can't
Correct.
GIVBUX pay. They need cash. So that's how we pay our merchants. And the answer, yes, this is a major international play. It's been set up that way from the beginning. We're going to do the same thing we've done here in the States, and we're going to do it in Mexico and Canada, and that's already underway. There's already major brands we're already in discussions with, and agreements have already been drafted to ink those deals. It's just, the answer is yes, it is an international play, but we're going to focus right now on the States. No need to jump across the street when we have so much in our backyard here.
So let's say, I'm so sorry, guys. My last question is this. So let's say one of my 10 million people, they purchase, I'll make the percentage, or I'll make CashBack, correct? Is that, and hey, let's I'm gonna speak in multi-level marketing now, which is, you understand what I'm gonna say. Well, someone in
Sure.
my 6th level, he purchased, okay. The person who referral him is in my 5th level. He will make cashback, and the 4th gonna make cashback, and 3, and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna make cashback, correct?
That is correct. In real time.
In real time. Now, is it percentage or it's
Ultimately,
I mean, how it
ultimately,
works?
ultimately, it is a percentage, and it's only a percentage because any dollar amount is a percentage of some number. So the answer is yes, it is a percentage. It's unfortunately we don't disclose the
I understand.
percentage mainly because there's too many merchants. I mean, every merchant we have a different relationship with, and we'd have a table long as the Bible of percentages. So it would just get confusing. But understand, in real
Yes.
time, you do get percentages, and yeah, that's how it
So
works.
this, I'm a mathematician guy, and I know a couple of people here in the call. They know me. I just number guy. So if it's 1 penny of 10 million people time 1 penny, that's a huge number.
That's
So
correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, being a mathematician, and I don't want to say too much here, but you almost could actually figure out in some scenarios when it's slow, you can almost figure out what percentage you're getting from certain merchants, because obviously until the thing starts going and you're starting your rewards are starting to tabulate and calculate by the second or by the hour or by the, you know, every other minute or so, then it'll be harder to kind of figure it out because you don't know who purchased what. But you can actually stage a transaction and use your 6th level example. You told Johnny, who told Frank, who told Sally, who told Mary, who told William, and William's on your 6th level, for example. If William went to JCPenney's or AMC Theaters and told you, hey, I'm going to make this purchase right now, I'm at the cash register, and he goes and makes the purchase, you'll see in real time the increase on your rewards, which means you can almost basically figure out how much cash you got off of that $100 purchase. And that's just an example I'm giving you, but once it starts going, it'll be too hard to catch up. You won't know who's spending. There's just no spending's taking place. And we have to protect our users and our privacy because it's not our job, and we will never tell you that Johnny just spent $100 buying computers at Staples. That's private information. You know, we don't just.
no, I understand.
That information.
So, Coach B, as soon as that beta test is done, if we can get together, 3 of us, I wanna do 3-way calls. I have oh my God, I have a lot of businesses. One of them is flag football in the US, which is, he's my first cousin, which is, he own it. Petroleum company is my family. I got a lot of businesses, people that I deal with here and there, and I'm talking about multi-million-dollar companies where they have minimum of 10,000 employees. So I want to get that app to them, and they're waiting for something like that for the past month. They've been waiting for it. So
Perfect.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, we're excited to bring them into the family, and remember, you'll learn. One of the things that we've employed is, you know, anybody who brings on a merchant, small merchants, there's going to be a whole system set up to onboard new merchants. But anybody that brings on a small merchant, you'll get a percentage of all sales in that merchant in perpetuity. So this is where we really call this a land grab. This is a major real estate play here, and you get that on top of your 7 levels. We don't call them levels; they're really degrees of separation. So then there's 7 degrees of separation. You will, you'll get that because that's just normally built in the algorithm of the app. But on top of that, if you're the one that onboarded that merchant, you'll get an additional override on all the sales, no matter what level they are on. It could be on your 100th level. It doesn't matter. You're the one that onboarded that merchant. You get a percentage of those sales. So, no, it's really exciting. And this is why people are, when you hear what's happening, there'll be people going out there trying to gobble up all this real estate and sign up these merchants. because you know, it's almost like you've been placed into the merchant processing business. You get an override on all transactions, just like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. It's analogous to that. So,
Wow.
Now, Ken, may I add something there? Can you introduce for the major businesses how they'll be able to take part in the licensing agreements?
absolutely. So, for those, that's another. I apologize, guys. That's another income stream or revenue stream. So there's going to be opportunities where people can sign up or maybe get their hands on a territory. Let's call it like a zip code for that, for example. And you sign up the zip code, you also get an override on all the small merchants in that area. So it's a little bit more, it's not complicated, but there's an opportunity to make money on a zip code. You guys just need to give me about a week so we can actually memorialize that and put that on concrete in paper, because we're still dealing with the attorneys on that. But I don't want, not that I'm dodging the question, Coach, but just give me about a week on that.
Wow.
Okay, perfect.
But it's exciting.
I have a few questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Can anybody hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. Going back to what Amar was asking,
Is that Jennifer?
level, yes, it is Amar.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm sorry, I feel a little congested tonight, but you recognize my voice. Is it the same percentage on every level or degree of separation, as you were saying?
No, it is not, and there's a reason for that. And when you guys really understand what we've done, the word will get out. It'll be in training, but no, it is not. We put a lot of emphasis on. Let me just give you an example of, let's use a merchant like TGI Fridays or Claim Jumper or Chili's or JCPenney's for that matter. And let's use a simple transaction like $100. So let's, and I won't take much time on this, but let's use, I won't even break down the full 7 levels. I'll just tell you the first 3 degrees of separation, how that would pay out. So someone spent $100. They happen to be on the 7th level. If you're the, well, actually, let's see. Let me retract this. Okay, so let's say on the 3rd level, because I wanted to give you an example of being on the 3rd level. So let's say I invited Coach B. He invited you. You invited your neighbor, and the neighbor spent $100. Here is how that lineage would take place. The neighbor in that example would probably get $2 cash back, and now you can look at that as 2%. Or you can look at it as $2. However you view it, it's just mathematical formula on how the computer pays out. So that person would probably get $2 on that transaction. You, because you're the one that invited that individual, would receive about 50 cents. The person that invited you, which is Coach, would receive 50 cents. And the person and I invited Coach, I would receive $1. Now, you wonder why does the person on the 3rd level get paid more than the 2 people that are closer? Well, there's a reason why we do that. So think of it this way. I believe that the average person can bring in time, get 10 people to sign up for free. It's a free app. So if you had 10 people on your first degree of separation and they invited 10 people, you'd have 100 people on your second degree of separation. And if those, this is obviously in a perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world, but let's just say this happened. This is something that is actually doable. On your 3rd level, you would have 1,000 people on your 3rd level. So it's much better to pay the $1 out where there's 1,000 people than to pay the $1 out where there's only 10 people, because you can do the math that, I mean, this is how we can get people making hundreds of dollars per month, anywhere between $600 to $1,000 per month, which is a palatable number. That's a number that people can absorb. We're not saying you can make tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, although you could, but we're not talking about it and promoting that you're going to get that much amount of rewards. just because people just don't understand and don't realize those numbers. But on the third level, it's not out of the realm of possibility, or it's not a stretch of imagination that 10 people could tell 10 people that could tell 10 people. Now, obviously, some people will go do a lot more, but that's just an example on how and why we decided to put some of the larger numbers on the third level, because that's where it starts to get exciting, and that's something that's doable. I hope I didn't lose you there.
No, I think I understand that. I do have other questions. The processor for the merchant, because you said they get, I see this is something I didn't understand, because I know that merchants pay a fee to the processor in order to have, accept credit cards and whatnot. So if people are paying with the GIVBUX and they're getting cash, how is that working with, the processor?
So there's the
great. Do you understand what I'm asking?
Absolutely. No, I'm with you 1,000%. And here's one of the reasons why some of the small merchants are going to gravitate and love GIVBUX. In a sense, we're basically cutting Visa and MasterCard out from the processor standpoint. In other words, John's Shoes or Tony's Tires or whatever the case may be. If someone comes in there and spends $100, they're getting $100. They're not paying Visa, MasterCard 3-4%. So that's a tremendous value to the merchant when they don't have to pay merchant processing fees. That's our plan. That's our goal, and that's why we believe a lot of small merchants will onboard. And there's a lot of reasons and thought that's been put into that. So that's just one of the reasons why we think that these merchants will gravitate to us, in addition to the fact that they know we basically put a mandate or a strong recommendation for people to donate to charity. You can't even receive your rewards unless you've given some to charity first. So the merchants are able to piggyback off of our ideology, where every time someone shops, another organization is benefiting from that. Another nonprofit or worthy cause is benefiting from that. So that's the second reason why these merchants would like to participate in our family. And the third reason is they don't pay us until we send customers. So if we don't send them a customer, they're not obligated to pay us anything. So those are, now they can really control their marketing dollars. They really know where they're spending their marketing dollars at. So it's a triple whammy. I think it's kind of like a trifecta. And once the word gets out, it's really something special here.
Yeah, there's going to be a problem. MasterCard and Visa are going to be mad.
Well, they make enough. They make a lot of money, and they're still eating their pound of flesh. Just depends on, yeah, we're gonna take a bite in them. We'll take a bite in the MasterCard, but that's
I'm all for that.
Yes, that's the nature of disruptive technologies and disruptive business models. Uber wasn't too shy about upsetting the taxi business, and Airbnb wasn't too upset about their disruptive business model either. So it's just the way it is. I mean, we just have to adjust, and everyone's trying to build a better mousetrap.
Plus everything now is digital. Technology is going so amazing. And just like what I said a few weeks ago to you, Jennifer, before we used to pay cash, then we get used to paying on checks. Now you hardly see people having cash or checks. I mean, with all the $300 trillion is cycling in the whole world, only maybe $10 trillion is printed cash all over the world. Okay, everything else is digital. What I mean by digital is credit cards. So that credit card days is gonna go away, and and don't be surprised. One day you will walk in and you can pay with your thumb, with your thumbprint. Don't be surprised. It's gonna happen.
I believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now I tried to download the app today, and it did say when I clicked on it, it wanted me to do the test flight again. But
do you have an iPhone?
yes, I do.
Yeah, you need to wait. I would wait until tomorrow. We just got approved last night, so it's. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought
told
you
us
were
40
talking
hours.
about.
Can I interfere here, sir? Because I did the same
Yep.
thing today, and it went through. So Jennifer, all you have to do is delete your test flight, clear
Mhm.
your browser, clear it all, then download it again from Google, and it's gonna tell you to download the test flight. You download the test flight, accept it, and then go back and download the app. Okay. And when it give you the code, make sure copy that code and put it back. Do not put it in writing. You know the code to verify your phone, because I did 3 today, and I was with Aliyah. I mean, she's amazing. I love this lady. She's amazing. God bless her. She walked me through it,
Oh,
and we successfully did it.
Good. I
oh,
think
that's
I'm going to
awesome.
need help because are you telling me to do that on my computer or on my phone?
Phone.
Only on the phone.
But she has an iPhone. She just mentioned she has iPhone, so she doesn't have the Android
Yeah,
like
I
you
have.
do.
No. I have an iPhone.
Oh, you have an iPhone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's in my iPhone.
again, tomorrow, remember, test flight's a little bit of a pain. As of
Hmm.
tomorrow night, there'll be no more test flight. It'll just be a regular download, just like any other app that's out there.
Nice.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm all questioned out. If anybody else
And
has
just so you
any.
know, just so everybody knows, we're actually putting together a host of tutorial, little 30-second videos, 30-second to 1-minute videos that show all the features of the app, how to shop, how to give money, how to upload, how to buy GIVBUX, how to transfer GIVBUX, how to give to charity, and how do you how do you check your rewards. All these videos will be available just for you guys to help your people and have better clarity on the app. So we're putting some time and money into this to make sure we have a user-friendly, easy experience, and that's what it's going to take to really build this thing to the stratosphere that we believe we can hit.
I do have one more question. Is there any kind of tutorial on what to present or how to present to a small merchant?
Yeah, that will be there'll be a whole course on it. It's not like you have to go to school, but there are some things that you need to know. So yes, there will be tutorials and there'll be a course on it, because you actually need to pass a test before you can go solicit and go talk and onboard small merchants. There's some things that you need to know, like what type of POS do they have? Does it have do they have a POS with an open API, or are they using the tablet? There's just some things that you need to know. So we need to educate everyone so you have success when you're out talking to merchants. And at the same time, we don't want 12 people showing up to Johnny's Tire Shop in the same day, because that's going to really frustrate the merchants. So we have to have some controls in place that'll limit that type of situation. So we'll have a full course and a full explanation on how what's the process to go onboard new merchants.
Right. Now, I got another question there. Will I be able to do this on the phone? I mean, I can call all over. So you're saying you want it to be controlled. How do I, get around that?
Sure. Well, control from a standpoint of, we don't want 12 people showing up at the tire shop or even calling the same tire shop in the same day. That's going to upset the community and upset the merchants if they're getting calls saying, hearing about GIVBUX. So there's a method that we have to minimize or discourage people from calling merchants that they're not approved to call. And to give you a little hint, we'll probably, and I envision having a scenario where each merchant, each user can probably have a maximum of 10 people in the queue at any given time. So that way, basically, if you want to talk to Joe's Tire Shop, if they're at a status of green, meaning you can go talk to them, then you select them, and that's one of your 10. Once you get 10, that's it. You can't talk to 11, can't talk to 12, can't talk to 13. And the way we'll discourage that is you won't get paid. So if you go talk to them, you're not going to get paid on them unless you've pre-selected them through the app. So I think that's the check and balance, where people aren't going to go talk to merchants that they're not qualified to go talk to.
Well, if what happens then if they don't sign up or come aboard, do you get another person to replace that, another merchant?
Absolutely.
And
No,
are you talking per
absolutely.
day?
Absolutely. No, we're just saying, and this is just the thought process here. We're just saying at any given time, no one should have more than 10 in the queue. And this is just a thought that we've gone through. I mean, if you sign up 10 in the same day, you can have another 10 the same day. So we're just saying, we don't want people saying, okay, I want all these merchants. I want all of Main Street and 17th Street. There could be 100 merchants on there, and the person can't even service Main and 17th Street. So we have to protect our users from our users, make sure they're not just trying to hoard territories and they don't even have the resources to follow up and call and service those merchants.
Right. So what are we going to have to supply, their name and number?
Yeah, there'll be a tutorial and a full course on that. Give us a week, or let us get through the first test on next Wednesday or no later than Friday, and then we'll put there's a whole course that'll explain what's the process to onboard a new merchant. Whether you personally know them or you're not cold calling, but you're basically, it's a cold market.
Oh, I like to cold call.
Sure.
Now,
Sure.
question, MLM companies, can we involve MLM companies with the app?
Absolutely. There's a lot of value, and there's some discussions that we should have. Maybe we can have it offline with regards to direct sales companies.
Sure.
But yeah, absolutely. There's some high-level discussions that are taking place, and there's already a couple companies that have approached us, and we've already had discussions with them because they want to use GIVBUX to be able to have their members buy more product and leverage off of what we have here. So yeah, yes, the answer is yes.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Joey, I know you're there. What's your thoughts, brother?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have a question. Good evening, everyone, and yes, I'm very excited. This is sounds like a wonderful opportunity. You had mentioned that you can go into a Bank of America or a Wells Fargo to load the app.
That's correct.
Do you have to have that?
I apologize. Not to load the app, but to make a cash deposit. And the reason why we did that is there are some people that are underbanked, can't get bank accounts. So we wanted to open up the markets for those people that are really not in the banking system. And because, I mean, it would just be unfair if the only way you can participate in GIVBUX is if you had a bank or a credit card. So we want to open the doors to everybody. So that's why we allow people to go make the cash deposit. That way those funds are available in their account, or those GIVBUX are available in their account to be used.
So again, in other words, an individual could walk into a bank, Wells Fargo, that doesn't have an account there, and he could go in there with cash and have them load their app with the cash that he gives to the bank.
That's correct. Here's the process. John walks into the bank in Newport Beach, Bank of America or Wells Fargo, walks up to the counter. I want to deposit $250 in account number 25551, for example. They take the cash. They issue you a receipt, or what's called a deposit slip. You can take a picture of that and upload that through your GIVBUX app, so that customer service and the accounting department know you just made that deposit. You got your receipt, your number on there. They'll verify it, and your account will be credited. That's the process.
Uh-huh.
You have to open up an account before you can put money actually into the bank.
I apologize. Say again. Repeat that.
Do you have to open up an account to actually put money into the account?
No, you do not. No, you do not. That's what this is for. This is for people that are underbanked and unbankable. They can't get a bank account. Maybe they're on check system.
Gotcha.
Or maybe they don't want a bank account. A lot of people don't want to be in the bank system. So that's what this cash deposit is for.
Okay.
I have a question. Are you familiar with, I think it's called Chime, which is a digital bank?
Yes. Yes. It's one of the online banks. There's a lot of little banks like Chime that have popped up. Yes.
Okay, so can a person use that? Because I understand that that could be used if you're unbankable.
Well, Chime, Chime, they do have a routing number and an account number. They can't use it with Zelle. They're not connected to the Zelle network. But when we onboard, or when we allow, and we're about 2 weeks away from this, maximum 3 weeks. But when we allow small bank credit unions and things of those nature to connect their account to GIVBUX, then you'll be able to use those type of accounts. But right now, Zelle only works with the big banks, so you can't use that.
Yeah, can I ask a question? Well, what about Discover Bank? Because they only have an online bank. Can you do it with them as well?
No, I'm not sure about Discover, the credit card Discover. I mean, if they have a bank.
Yeah, they have a bank.
Okay, then any bank that's got a routing number and account number can use it. You'll be able to use it.
Okay, all right.
Is GIVBUX gonna be on? Someone will be able to buy shares with GIVBUX,
Sure.
or
yes, you can buy shares today through a private placement memorandum, but we'll be, like I said, I'll be dealing with the publicly traded company here. The documents should be done by the end of this week, and then we'll be able to just buy them. You can buy it online through your broker, or there'll still be opportunities to buy it direct from the company. There'll be a restrictive legend on the certificate, but we'll be public. So,
nice, nice. All right,
yeah,
nice.
That's our goal is to be public here, and I've been working on it for a while. So I hope this still gets done here within this next week. We'll make an announcement. You'll hear about it. You'll see the ticker symbol. And at the end of the day, we're going to do a name change, ticker symbol change with the existing public vehicle that we're doing a deal with right now. So
yes,
yeah, that's how that works.
Well, it took you a long time to put all these thoughts together and to put this plan together. You know
all
what?
Good things go from those who wait, right?
Heads up, brother. Heads up. Unbelievable. Wow.
We appreciate it. It's been a long time, long in the making.
I'm impressed.
That's for sure.
I'm impressed. Very.
Yeah, we'll continue to do a good job, but I'm really appreciate you guys. Appreciate Coach B for hanging in there. Coach B has been part of many beta tests, many versions of the app, has provided a lot of feedback, and we've welcomed the feedback, taken some of his suggestions and implemented into our business strategy here. So again, it's not perfect. We haven't severely diluted the company. We tried to not take any toxic money in. Wanted to have this opportunity available for those that built the network, so everybody can win. And but we've done the best with the resources that we've had, and now that we're pretty much here at the door, now we can open up the gate and start bringing some real capital in for marketing campaigns and really make you guys proud. Because you know how technology is. It's every 6 months. It seems like not even every 6 months. It seems like every 3 months a new phone's coming out. Whether it's a new Galaxy or a new iPhone or there's always something coming out, and you have to stay on top of all this stuff with all these biometrics and face recognition, technology, and it's just one of the things. So we're ready. We're here.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Ken. Before we leave tonight, can you leave everybody with a taste of what you're going to be introducing with the augmented reality? Last 5 minutes, folks. Last 5 minutes.
Absolutely. So augmented reality, which is not to be confused with virtual reality, where you wear a headset or goggles. And augmented reality, for lack of a better term, is putting a digital layover over a real world environment. So just imagine you can take your smartphone, using the camera feature in the phone, hover over a picture, hover over an image, hover over a menu, for example, like one of the participating merchants that we have, and instead of seeing what you see with your naked eye, a coupon pops up, or graphics, or animation, or a video will pop up, and that's a tremendous value because now we can do certain special offers. An individual could get a buy one, get one free, or a 25% discount. on a particular item. It could be a burger, it could be a beer, it could be a t-shirt. So there's opportunities using technology. Some of the latest technology out there is called augmented reality. You hover over an item using your smartphone and you unlock a world of benefits. So it's you'll start to see some videos on that. I think there might be some already online for GIVBUX, but there's a lot of amateur camera video footage out there. You'll start to see some really professional, some real 4K, some good quality video to portray the image that we want to exude out there. We really have something special, so we want you guys to be proud of it. And there's so much opportunity here. We're open for comments, suggestions. We're a company, we really listen to our user base, and Coach B can attest to that. And we really work very well together. And this is just the beginning. I wish I can talk to you guys about some of the major brands, some new major brands that we're onboarding here in short order in the next short while. I'll be doing some testing. In fact, I think one of the first tests happens tomorrow on a major brand, but there's a few more being added. You guys know what we have. You guys see the participating merchants that are already in the network. It works. We're one of the first companies to offer this. And again, just thank you, Coach. Thank you all for being on the call and listening and being patient. And you'll start to see the numbers grow exponentially. I mean, we have something special here and something to be proud of. And the coolest thing is it's all in the name of charity. I mean, I can't wait to go on stage and have some of our leaders handing big checks to some of these organizations that really need it. And it's all done just through our everyday shopping. You'd be surprised. Don't let these nickels and dimes and quarters and 13 cents and 27 cents, don't take it for granted. That stuff adds up in a major way. So looking forward to it. Again, I'm available. I work in the office every day, although I'm traveling. I'm in Central America because we have training this week. Developers and staff have flown in from different countries to be here, and we'll make you proud. We're excited. So you guys can always get a hold of me, whether I'm in this office or at the home office in Newport Beach. I'm available. I'm a guy that works. I work hard, and Coach B knows how to find me. He's got a direct beeline to me, and I look forward to everyone's success. And if you need me for anything, I'm here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach
Thank
B.
you so much for being here with us, Ken. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
We're
you.
here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at the same time at 10 p.m. Eastern, sharing this information. So thanks, everybody that came out tonight. Thank you, Ken Jones, for taking time out of your evening down there in Belize. And thank you for what you put together for us. And so let's go out there and share the information, folks.
Amen.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Coach. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. Good night. Moving on.
I can use it at the pizza place, at the IHOP.